121 miles an hour. He finally saw way too much of that lightly colored part of the racetrack in the center and lifted, and Hope was closing it up.
That was an awesome run. 6:14, no wind, no
nothing.
Yeah, it's great run.
And for Brian Hope at 6:43, the best run he made all weekend, working the tiller and the rat trap the entire way down. Folks, let them hear on the right side, that is the Rat Trap crew. They are from Tennessee. They're great people. They have been in this sport for so many years. They're Bonneville racers, they're drag racers, and they're multi-generational competitors here. And Matt Leonard and his crew going down again. The victorious car that will head to the final round of our fuel altered category here this afternoon. Well done, boys. 6:14.7. That is, look at what they made.
Both cars picked up the qualifying, so they saved their best for today.
Man. And that will leave the Rat Boys in car at Dan Pettinato, the #1 qualifier, who ran 6:03 earlier in the weekend. And they decided not to push their luck. They laid back yesterday, happy with what they did earlier on. One of the things I mentioned to the crowd Friday when I saw this car, Larry, was one of the things that strikes me about it is the high bonding point or the high power of the body. Like when you look back at someone like Ron Boggs and some of these guys, even Frank Manzo's cars back in the day, I love the shots that are from the side. You can only see like the top half of the guy's helmet. He needs a periscope to drive that thing almost.
No, they definitely got a good look to them.
Great nostalgic paint job. You can see the details of having the fuel tank formed up like the grill shell of a Model T in the front of the thing. It's just, it's all the little details. Dan is from Fountain Inn in South Carolina, the Rat Boys and Fuel Alter. The safety pins removed from the parachutes.
How was the comfort and feeling?
I was saying, did you have a routine on that? Like, cause we see like a lot of teams like that, like really legitimately hold in front of the driver and just let them know. Was there any routine for you guys, or just trusting who was doing the job?
No. On something like that, it shoots. Never.
You packed? Did you always pack?
I usually packed up, but then I did it for Dom, so they figured I could do it for myself when it came time. But as far as finishing, I never had to worry about finishing. That was it.
We need road top to the safety lane, around one lane, just a road top elevator to the lane, please, road top to the lane. At 220 and a whole bunch of steering wheel in that thing as well.
Everybody will be doing drying off next round, right? Look at that. That was awesome.
Best run of the weekend for that team, and a nice driving job by Dan. It was 976 to 60 feet, 395 to the 8th mile at 191 miles an hour, and clean as a whistle through the stripe, 6027, just a shade under 221. We need Pro Comp Eliminator. We need you to the staging lanes for the first round of eliminations. Larry, can't thank you enough for coming to hang out, man, and enjoy your stay here at Bowling Green.
No, I appreciate it a lot, Joe. I love the best thing about that run, when the lights went up around 6:02, the whole crew smiled, but nobody jumped up and down. It was like they knew it was going to run and they were happy with it. So great job that team did. Everybody did a round of applause. I was like, run.
Low ET of Double A Fuel all through the weekend. Dan Penn out of the crew is going to scoop them up, and the Rat Boys and Boys are going to be facing off against Matt Leonard next round. So we have Nostalgia Pro Stockers coming, kids. Don't go anywhere. I'm the guy in the infomercial. But wait, there's more. We have a group of 10 Nostalgia Pro Stocks that span the decades of the Pro Stock category. We're going to put on a great show for you here. So we're rolling up next. We've called Pro Comp to the lanes. Once again, Larry Dixon, thank you, man. Appreciate everything. And certainly, I know next week it'll be a very bittersweet, kind of heart-rending thing. But I think there's going to be a lot of incredible stories and memories shared.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the time in here. And well wishes for next weekend. Thank you.
You bet. Larry Dixon Jr., everybody, the three-time NHRA Top Fuel World Champion. We'll move on to round two in Pro Gas. Pro Comp, we need you now. We need Pro Comp. On deck, this time to make the official call of Pro Conference. Round one, the lane. Mark Poppin of Park Ridge, Illinois, the 1985 rear Morrison Camaro at 500. Cubic inch proper Pro Stock engine in this car, rear Morrison team. An incredible run in Pro Stock Eliminator. Morrison team after that drive the car with them on the map in the 1970s. And they became like modified Eliminator, worked their way up to Pro Stock in the 1983 team. One of the biggest, most dominating forces in the category, winning multiple championships in the early 80s. And after the unfortunate passing of Lee Shepard, it was Bruce Allen that assumed the driving duties of these cars and did a magnificent job for that team. Terry Priest of Glendale, Kentucky, the 1995 Avenger Pro Stock Tribute, also running a 500 cubic inch combination. This is a T1 headed wedge motor actually in that car, which is proper for what would have been the wedge combination used in Pro Stock during the 1990s and early 2000s. The Poppin Camaro, one of the coolest third gens you'll ever lay your eyes on. Not just because this, listen, watch. But here comes Mark Poppin. The rear Morrison car doesn't get down there. He loses on a whole shot. 799.6 at 171 miles an hour and 0.59 reaction time. On the other side for Terry Priest, will carry him on to the second stanza. Scott Wagner and Ted Peters. Peters, the 1973 Duster, out of South Holland, Illinois. 500 cubic inch heavy. In this dumpster that is a great representation of the early pro stock days, and Scott Wenger, a 1981 Camaro with a 565 cubic inch engine in it. The Wenger Camaro out of Hunt Valley, Maryland. And of course, it carries the Jenkins competition stickers on the quarters and the Rumpy's Toy name on the door. This was about the time Larry Lombardo was driving for the Grump. And driving at a championship level. For Ted Peters, when we look at this 1973 Duster, we're talking E-bodies and pro stock, and there was a ton of them. Anybody who was anybody during this early 70s era had heavy A-bodies. Ted was up here in the tower earlier today, we were joking about racing Mopars. He said, well, what else are you going to race? Not like they made any other type of car. He owns multiple nostalgic pro stock cars, but this one he's had since 2002. Scott Wenger. And chalk it up to the Duster. He goes 8:13 at 169 miles an hour with that snappy 44 reaction time, and Scott Wenger goes 8:24 with a 4 at 163.22. Dave Atkins, Super Dave Atkins out of Devon, Indiana. The San Maria in 19. One of the great names of road stock driving and competition in this era of time, and Mark Johnson and the 1988 Ford Thunderbird wearing the Motorcraft colors as it did when it was driven by the legend himself, the 10-time road stock world champion Bob Lynn. The deep living car, I should say, backing its way up to the starting line. Mark Johnson may have something against one of the crew guys there. Put a spirit of a lifetime into the dude behind the car. And Johnson, you know why? Because you want to prove that he's dry hot. And I can respect that. Still can't the guy who owns front home. Look for Johnson creeping ahead. Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, yes. Not really two different eras. You're really talking about the end of one era, the 79 time frame, in the middle of another for this 88 Thunderbird. One of the most aerodynamic cars Ford ever built. The 88 Thunderbird is what Bill Elliott drove his dominating NASCAR performances in the car shakes the tires. And Mark Johnson takes his big block 4-power T-Bird to an 812 at 172 miles an hour. And the crowd in Whiteland, Indiana just went crazy. Atkins just a little early to lead. And again, you can see the shake marks as the car works its way up the starting line. Final call, Pro Comp. Final call, Pro Comp. First call, 750. Final call, Pro Comp. First call, 750 to the lanes, please. Jeff Rudisell from Wilkesboro, North Carolina, 1986. Bill Wardorf, Jerry Hickman, tribute Camaro here, a 500. Nice big burn up there for Rudisell at Steve Stanek of Alcoa, Tennessee. Comes up in 1971 Vegas. Stanek winning his pack. On the dry hop. Very early season of pro stock sports were all about Hemis and big blocks. Then the tone changed. Light cars with smaller displacement engines, 331-inch Chevrolet. Smaller Ford engine. Got some creative people like Jack Roush, Wayne Camp, Timo, the Tijuana Taxi Maverick. That era of the rule book being explored to its fullest. Like, even though the book is fuller today, it is still a this Eastern Road Stock category. Jeff Root is the right side and Steve Stanek on the left. In the 86 Camaro, 741, look at the speed, 186.92 miles an hour, that's roaring. And Steve Stanek goes 898 with a 7 at 134.24 miles an hour. Pro Comp is in the lanes, we have called 750 Eliminator. Pro Comp is in the lanes, we have called 750 Eliminator to the lanes, please. We are loading up the lanes with our sportsman cars for their first round of ensuing second rounds of eliminations. Now is the time. If you want to watch some crash, if you want to see some Hemis get pulled down at service at lightning speed, now is the time to watch it. The fuel pits. We have 20 cars in the area behind the timing tower, and we have top fuel dragsters spread out along, kind of parallel to the staging lanes. So now is the time to go to catch the pit crash.